Day 2 of our Back to School series, and we want to help parents who dread packing school lunches for their kids. I am among those parents. Our next guest is all about making the process stress-free. However, registered dietitian Megan McNamee is the co-author of Feeding Little's Lunches, a New York Times #1 bestseller. A lot of dread out there.
Say that part again.
#1 bestseller. Wow. The book offers simple and nutritious lunch ideas for kids of all ages. We're talking about meals like a chicken salad croissant, a granola bite snack box, and a twist on a kid favorite, chicken nugget sliders. McNamee is also the co-founder and CEO of Feeding Littles, a team of feeding and nutrition experts with millions of followers on social media, and she joins us now. It's so great to have you
Welcome.
here.
Thank you so much. Thank you for having me.
You call this an inspo book, and it certainly is. Just flipping through it, you've got these beautiful, bright pictures, and I have ideas for lunches that I'll be making.
Awesome.
Inspo, not recipe.
Yes, not recipes.
Yeah,
and that's a big distinction. A lot of people assume we would write another cookbook, but
Yeah.
parents don't want a cookbook for lunch.
No.
They want ideas.
They want it to be simple and
Yes.
achievable because there is so much dread. Talk about the psychology of the dread. What is it?
I think it's just the mental load. It's one extra thing on your plate. You're already doing so much to get your kid out the door for school, and now you forgot that you also need to make them lunch. And it just feels overwhelming because you have these voices in your head telling you, it needs to be balanced, it needs to be healthy, it needs to be enough for them to eat, and it needs to be timely because you don't have any time. So I think it's just that extra thing that people just don't want to do. Our clients hate packing lunches. That's
Yeah,
what
where were you when my kids were growing up? Because it's one thing, well, no, I'm not going to say one thing, but it's something I didn't do well is I didn't get the food and the nutrition right. I was doing tater tots and fish sticks. I actually one day put a Twinkie in the bag.
Oh, you know what? We love Twinkies. That was the thing.
But that's not
Twinkies
something
growing
you
up,
would
too.
encourage because what you've done here, which I think is so genius, is that it's healthy, it looks good, and it's easy to do.
Yes. And you know what? Sometimes there's room for the Twinkie too.
Yeah.
So the point of this book is to help parents kind of have a framework around this so that they understand what to pack, and it doesn't have to be a sandwich every day. We all grew up, I think a lot of us grew up with sandwiches, and it had to be an entree, something really formal. So we have a formula that we use, and essentially it's a carbohydrate source, a protein, a fruit, a vegetable, and then something fun like dip, maybe a dessert, maybe some chips, something that kind of is exciting when they open up the box.
So we see that here. These are some examples of the Feeding Littles formula. You've got veggie wontons, rice cake sandwiches, those chicken tender sliders that Tony pointed out, and even a yogurt parfait.
Yeah, so the point of the yogurt parfait is a build your own option. So you can kind of your child can pile it together if they want, or if they're not into mixed foods yet, maybe they eat them all separately. So people kind of think they have to do, again, that kind of formal lunch, but we can have breakfast for lunch. That's okay.
But
That's
here's the
okay.
thing about packing lunches for kids, though. It's a kind of hope and pray situation.
Yeah.
You make
Yes.
it, you close
Yes.
the lid, it goes off in the little backpack,
Yes.
and then at the end of the day, you're like, well, let's see how we did.
And I will tell you, even if your kids are extremely adventurous, we've talked about our kids sometimes like things and sometimes don't, even the most adventurous kids don't always eat their lunch. And that is normal, that is okay. If you think about the school environment, the cafeteria is very overwhelming. And it doesn't mean that you did something wrong or you packed the wrong thing. Even my kids who loved their lunch didn't eat it because they didn't have time. And a lot of the time is because they're being sociable, right? They're having fun talking to their friends or they want to get out.
So does that mean if they didn't eat something on one day, you should go ahead and feel like you can put it back in there?
Yes, you can
Really?
try it again.
Oh, you
It
can
doesn't
put it
mean
again.
it's forever.
Oh, that's
And-
interesting.
Yeah.
How do
so-
you handle picky eaters, though, Megan? Because I think, can you train kids early to like broccoli and string beans, all the stuff I hated that I now really like? If you encourage them and say, this really tastes good, can you do that? Or there really is something that they just don't like?
It takes kids sometimes 10, 15, 20 times seeing something to even eat it for the first time. So the thing that parents tend to do is they stop putting in variety in the lunch boxes because they're like, well, they're not going to eat it. They don't want it. And they forget that even just one piece of that broccoli is exposure to that broccoli.
Right.
And so even if you don't think they're going to eat it, I do this too. I'm like, oh, she doesn't really like this, but I'm going to just do one piece of it. It's not very overwhelming, and if it's wasted, they don't eat it. You're only wasting one piece of food, but they see it over and over, and it makes them more likely to eat it eventually.
So our challenge with our daughter, she is an adventurous eater. She will eat anything. She does love her vegetables, but there will be periods where one day she'll just not eat carrots. And Marion will say, but you love carrots. And she's like, I don't want carrots.
They don't like them right now.
What's going on there?
It's normal. That's like normal.
It's called normal.
Yeah, it's called normal. It's called kids. It's just normal ebb and
I
flow
like
of
that,
how
Megan.
they
It's
eat.
called kids. Can I just say this? Your two kids, Hannah and Mia, are your favorite
They're
daughters.
here.
are a walking, talking advertisement for you, because when I said, how does your mom do? They were singing your praises, how great you are. And I said, what makes her so great? And your one daughter has jazz, said, variety. She gives us variety.
You guys like this food?
That is the secret, right? The variety.
Yeah, and a lot of people get overwhelmed by that. So they think variety has to be a brand new lunch every single day. It can just be alternating. You can literally just switch out the vegetable or the fruit maybe if you have some favorites. It doesn't need to be like huge and grandiose, but just offering something a little bit different every day is going to allow your kid to be used to something different. So when they open the box, it's not as like, oh, this isn't the same thing I have all the time, and they don't eat it at all.
I'm assuming that's dad with your kids.
Yes,
Okay,
it is. Yeah.
Good to see you guys. Welcome. What was the move that you get? What was that move?
So
yes. No, they did it unsolicited. That's why I thought, okay, we're onto something here.
No.
it's great. It's great. Megan McNamee,
Bravo.
#1 bestseller. I can see why. Great information.
I love the
Thank you very
title.
much. I really
Don't you love the
appreciate it.
title, Tony?
Feeding Littles.
Yeah.
Feeding Littles lunches. It's
on
on
sale
sale right now.